For me. What have you not done for me? I'm leaving, I don't wait from me. The Bible never down. I strength for me. Friends and family turn on my back on me. Oh. Never let me down. Jesus, Akanilelua. Jesus, ikpere mi lana mi. Jesus, Akanilelua. Jesus, ikpere mi n'ala mi. Mekanaya, I worship you today. Jesus, Mekanaya, I bow before your throne. Jesus, Mekanaya, I worship you today. Jesus, Mekanaya, I bow before your throne. Jesus, Mekanaya, bow before your throne. Jesus, Mekanaya, worship you today. Jesus, Mekanaya, we bow before your throne. All right, good day, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, all over the world, from wherever you're watching me from. We are back today. I want to use this grace to thank you, all our fans, our followers all over the globe, mostly some of you that share on important topic that we'll discuss, that you don't just join to listen, to watch, but you are in and you share to others to learn lesson, neither to also learn from the mistake of others and also benefit from the topic we are going to be discussing or we have discussed in the past. I thank you all, mostly those of you that watch and share. One thing is for you to watch, another thing is for you to share in what you have watched. We are so good, so perfect in sharing bad news, sharing atrocities, sharing anything that is catastrophe, but we hardly share what is good. Good news are rare to be shared, and which is bad because the world is turning to a place where we should not be praising, neither encouraging the devil, making everybody to feel as if the devil is powerful than God. Of God created everybody, including the devil. So there's no way devil will be ever greater or powerful than God. But we should encourage sharing good things other than sharing bad news. Okay. Once again, Merry Christmas, and I'm wishing you upcoming prosperous New Year. First and foremost, I apologize for the interruption of the internet where I was yesterday, though we are able to make some few points for those of you that are sensitive and connected clearly to hear what we're discussing. That yesterday before network interrupt or possibly I ran out of internet because I was not at home. Okay, yesterday we touched the preamble, the beginning of the topic, we'll discuss some principle, policy, and strategy of marriage. So many of us have come to social media to talk about marriage, left, front, and back, even when some will feel okay because you had, oh yes, one Mr. A or Mrs. B marriage is not working. For that reason, you become a marriage counselor or a marriage preacher and all that, because nobody know what you are passing through in your own house. Neither did they know your own situation. If what led to the separation of the other couples, even what happened in your house, is worse than what led to theirs. So even when we say speak up, there are some reasons why we come up to speak, not because you have a perfect relationship, you have a perfect family, you have a perfect marriage, but you speak out so that people can listen to some things that happen and also encourage themselves and still feel that divorce is not the final solution to things, because I've seen a lot of when I maybe come online for one reason or the other, I will the what will be pumping up, and news that be flying left, front and back is divorce. These stars have divorced, this person have divorced, another person have going into second marriage, and all that and all that and all that. Yeah, even if it's the end time and it's what the Bible say that people there will be high rate of divorce, killing left and right and all that. If that is the life you choose for yourself and you wish because people are in the train, you want to join the same train, good for you. But if people are in the train and you choose not to be in the same train and you believe that God can still make yours exceptional, then you find yourself your own relationship exceptional. Yesterday we talked about people living for them, people living life for others, living life for friends and all that, relatives and everything. That in most cases, the another thing, the issues that affect marriages nowadays is that some of us were not prepared to settle down in marriage. I touched some areas how people feel they should go into marriage because they find out their friends settled in marriage, their siblings settled down in marriage and all that and all that. They just want to use it as, okay, yes, I can also do it, I can be there. But because you are not prepared to be in the marriage, so many things attached go into the marriage with you. Unsettlement go into the marriage with you. Unprepared go into the marriage with you. Non-counseling go into the marriage with you. Then spirit of patience and also preparation to settle down did not go with the marriage, not did not go into the marriage with you because you were just ready to go in because you want to please your siblings, you want to please your friends and all that. But if you choose to settle in marriage and you're prepared to go in, then you have to ask, what does it entail to be in marriage? Do you know that there's nobody that uh, have ever graduated from marriage, have been issued a marriage certificate? Yes, this is your marriage certificate. You have undergo it, you have come out successfully, and this is your certificate. No, not even our grandparents, not even the last generation that passed. Nobody have ever been given certificate of successful marriage. That shows that it has no ending. That shows that it is a school that you will never graduate from. It is a study that you go into study that you will never pass. You don't pass the exam. If there is a pass mark, as in this is the total, you've graduated, this is your pass mark, you have a degree, you have PhD, you come out A1 in your marriage, then there is a graduation. But if you have never heard of any graduation of any marriage, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, even your parents, late and living, that you've never been told that there is a graduation of marriage, then please don't expect perfect couples anyway. You are not perfect, and don't ever expect your couple, your partner to be perfect. Right. One, we are going to touch briefly about a principle. One, what are the principles in the marriage? One, the respect, the affection, the empathy. One, then trust. If you are going into marriage, I can tell you, I can maybe speak one or two things out of my own experience that, okay, yes, I went into marriage because I felt I'm due for marriage. I should settle for marriage, not because I want to please anybody, not because anybody is giving me unnecessary pressure, not because I want to, like, okay, be in a competition with any of my friends or relatives. I didn't fit to go into the marriage because I feel marriage is good for me. I'm set to settle down in marriage. I am prepared to settle in marriage. Even at that, even at that, because marriage is something that you have never tested before. Living together with a man is not marriage. You must have lived with a man or a woman for years. But the relationship of you, the relationship of you living with a man or a woman without an official diary paid on your head and not that, or the better procedure taken before you go into the man's house, is not marriage. The spirit of marriage is quite different from living together. The spirit of marriage is quite different from cohabiting. The spirit of marriage is quite different from being in a long-term relationship. Yeah, this person is your friend, this person is your classmate who have known your childhood friend, and because both of you know, yes, there will be, the person is not harmful, the person is nice, you know the person down to his or her family. For that reason, you begin to cohabit, begin to date the person, and you stay with the person 1 year, 2 years, probably both of you are schooling in the same school, and you feel maybe one of the other parents is, I mean, doing better than you financially or than your parents, and because you want to squat with the person, both of you begin to cohabit, begin to have a sexual relationship and all that. From one thing lead to another, you started having kids and all that. Is still not marriage. That spirit of marriage cannot come in. I've seen so many people that have lived together, have kids together and all that, but they are still living in this moment. But once dowry is being paid on their head, or the woman hand is being asked in marriage officially, then the devil begin to strike left, front, and back. When you are going into marriage, we should learn to trust our spouse. Trust is very, very difficult. Trust is one of the things that have ever destroyed marriage, both from both women and men. You go into marriage, these are two different people. You might come from the same village, the same tribe and all that, but you know you're not the same parent, because if you are the same parents, it's basically incest and it cannot happen no matter your own tradition or religion. So going into relationship, living together with somebody that you feel, oh, some of you don't think of some of us don't think, let's just say, let me generalize it, including myself. Some of us don't think, where are we going in this marriage? We don't foresee, we don't think about tomorrow. We don't even conclude, okay, let me think about 10 years to come in this marriage. This person that you have chosen to stay with, to go into marriage with, is this person somebody, have you really, really think that you are actually willing to spend 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 10, 20 years with this person? Have you thought of that? Then you also think of spending the rest of your life with the person until death part you and that person at old age. Because we just look at the affection, we just look at the immediate, we just look at the person's physical appearance. Oh, he's very tall, he's very average, he's very short, he's robust, she's shaped, she's fair, she's dark, she's slim, she's conspicuous. You just look at the person, you are looking at your partner from the physical and from other aspects. Do you weigh, before you ask this person hand in marriage, would you marry me? Before you answer your response back to the person, yes, I will, and you begin to fly like a bird. Have you thought that? Have you have a thought? Let me think about it. And you ask, oh, could it be a dream? Is it a joke? And begin to foresee. Because aside, I've not seen anybody that have met a man, no matter how we pretend, even in the Christendom, in the body of Christ. Oh, Sister Joy and Brother Gabriel, they are getting married today, as if they have never been touched in life, or they have never know what sex between two adults is, no matter how we present in the public that yes, these two people did not have any kind of knowledge of themselves. Do you know that these two people that we are talking about, do you know that they must have been, as in, they must have been discussing, having this friendship, knowing themselves, talking, how you doing, how is business, how is school, what is your vision like, what is your dream like, what do you want to become tomorrow? And these two people can be interacting for months, for years, because it's only a kind of person that will feel because you want to ask a girl hand in marriage, you must have sex with the person. You must have carnal knowledge of the person. Both of you must sex and text each other. No. In the course of having this person as your friend, you begin to check what is the similarity between you and this person. What is it that I like that this person like? What is this kind of fruit I like that this guy like? What is the kind of food, water, drink, or other things that that are in my interest and this person also like? That is where you begin to check if both of you have something in common. Because if you are married to a parallel, if you both of you are parallel person, you might be having a friendship, you might have a pastor's friend. Maybe you go to the pastor as a single pastor, you go there for prayer, and in the course of that, you discuss your relationship with the pastor and know that the pastor is still single. And from there, both of you are still chatting, talking, and all that, without you even knowing that this person might ask your hand in marriage. And from one thing lead to another, you begin to discuss, you begin to sense similarity between you and this person. Do you just choose the pastor, ask your hand in marriage? Do you think marrying a pastor is like marrying any other person like that? No. Do you think marrying a pastor, your pastor, is it the swagalicious pastors? Is it the kind of pastor, is it a pastor that is out there to pray midnight, even in the course while you are still acquainting or associating with the pastor, friending the pastor on the platonic way, in a normal agape love, Christ love towards that pastor? Do you sense that the pastor is a spiritual pastor that always speak in tongue, always pray this and that? Can you be a pastor wife? Or you just feel Jesus called pastor, God called pastor, for that reason you are not called? Even if you are pastor's wife, that is none of your business. You are not among the people that they call. God called the pastor, you are not called. Is that your mindset? Or you are willing to go in with the pastor? Yes, I am going to be married to a pastor. Pastor is a public person. Pastor, a sister can call pastor at the midnight. Pastor, sister can run into pastor's house at any given time. Husband and wife can run to pastor at any given time. Anybody can ask pastor of favor, both financially, prayer, and anything. Are you willing? Are you this kind of person that will trust your pastor husband without checkmating his phone? One sister called you, another sister texts you, another sister, brother, good afternoon, daddy. Why is this person daddy you every time? Are you ready to carry the crowd with the pastor that you want to marry? Or you feel if you are settled with that pastor, that is pastor and that is you. You can do whatever you like. You can go out at any time. You can put on anything you like and everything. And it cannot work that way. So at times we married without checking whom we want to settle down with. Though there is no human being that is perfect and you can't know anybody perfectly. Only God knows the depth of our hearts. But at least the physical one, while you pray to God for direction, ask also if this person that you want, you are willing to settle down with, you've prepared your mind, you are willing to carry the cross with that person. But in most cases, we don't carry cross. When we see the cross, we leave the cross to that person like Christ. Take your cross. So trust is very, very important in marriage. You meet a man, before the guy asks your hand in marriage, you have been visiting the guy as his friend. You see different kind of girls coming to that place. Well, you want to feel, if you actually want to respect yourself. When you have no carnal relationship with the person, if both of you separated in the course of the friendship, you have nothing to regret. No breaking of heart or breaking of liver or anything. You talk, you break my heart, you disappointed me. Because the emotion, the feelings, your heart, you did never give to the person. You are just the person's friend. Both of you are just discussing this and that. So at any given time, if the person ends the relationship, there is nothing the person have taken out of you. It doesn't work, it doesn't work. But we cry too much, our hearts is being broken because you give everything to the person. You give your body to the guy. You give your money to the guy. You give your hope to the guy. Everything you dump into the basket of that person. So when you feel disappointed, when the person said no, you will crash and you are looking for rock to hit your head because you are not wise in friendship. You were in friendship, but you have already given yourself out as a married woman, whereas this person is not married to you. So before you go into marriage, are you willing to trust this person that you are meeting with different kind of women? Women are coming to his house, and probably he's a business person. Whatever he's doing have to do with public, either just like pastor or any other person. You meet people there and there. Are you ready to trust this man that if the man tells you, this lady you are saying with me, standing with me, discussing with me, sitting beside me, I have nothing to do with this person. Are you ready to trust the person? Your answer should be yes. Trust first. Let the trust be betrayed first before you have a doubt about that person. But in most cases, we don't go in with trust. We don't even trust in our marriages. What we do with nose. Before we are married, we put on all the pretense garments from crown to the sole. We wear pretense garments. We pretend to be the best lady on earth that the man will wish to marry. We will pretend to be the best man on earth that this will be the dream of every woman. Then once you settle down in the marriage, we become FBI. You have to monitor, you check the man's phone, you have to hike his WhatsApp, hike his email, every messages that are coming in, you hike the lady's own, she will hike her husband's own. Is that trust? There is no trust there. And there is no way you did not create a vacuum. You did not create a room to trust someone that the devil will not pass through the avenue. That very thing you are looking for, devil always use that avenue to hurt you. Because you would not, I could remember one day, I was at home and I think I was cooking. I was at the kitchen preparing something, and the lady called my husband, and the phone was on speaker because he always answer his phone is always on speaker because he hates putting his phones on his ears and all that at every given time because of migraine and headache or stress, of course, and all that. So the phone was on speaker, and the person just called, "Oh, my sweetheart, this, that," and she was like, longest time you did not ask after me, this and that, and just okay. And my husband was asking her, who is this and that. He says, so personal, it's me, this and that. But whereas this person is his client, nothing attached, nothing as in no emotion, no sexual relationship, and so on. This person is even married with kids. So I was at the kitchen preparing, and after the call and everything, said, I'll be coming to Lagos, so I want this for fibroid. I want this for slimity. Even I want this for my husband. Also, hold on and talk to my husband. And the husband started talking to my husband and said, we'll be coming to Lagos, so we'll be coming to pick so thing for myself and my wife and everything. So, and when the call first coming, and you were not this sweetheart of a teen and pet words coming and all that. If there was no trust, I will still question what is happening. But he asked me, "Did you hear what this person said?" I said, "Yes, now I had her, oh, my sweetheart, this and that." And some ladies are fond of, "Oh, my dear, how are you? Oh, darling." I've seen ladies that call opposite people darling, this and that, and depends on the understanding of that lady and her husband. If the husband is to be someone that hates the wife, oh, calling another person's husband sweetheart, oh, darling, thank you, my sweetheart, thank you, darling, God bless you, my darling, and all that. Darling depends on your interpretation. What you interpret matters. How you interpret words that come out of me matters to you. How you take it matters to you. And because the person just feel, oh, what does it mean? You say, oh, thank you, darling. Oh, thank you, love you. Thank you, God bless you, my darling. And you did not hear God bless you, but you heard the darling. You did not hear God bless you, but you hear the sweetheart. And just, laughed. I say, you, of course, it's a normal thing. And when I initially married my husband, he is fond of, oh, my dear, thank you, my dear. This, my dear, almost break my home. Because I felt, why would you be telling an opposite person will call you and talk to you? The next is, oh, my dear, thank you, my dear. I feel my dear means something. Go beyond what you think. Why would you be telling somebody, my dear? Why would you be telling that girl, that woman, my dear? Why? Can't you just say, okay, thank you very much and drop? Must you add dear? And it cause problem. If he said my dear, it will be problem. If we do this, it will be problem. And at a point, I discovered that it's even if my sister call and after the discussion, thank you, my dear, even he will even say my joy. He will call my sister my joy. Oh, my joy. After they've spoken, he say, oh, thank you, my dear. Then I begin to understand that speak to a man, my dear. He will speak to a woman, my dear. Then I begin to understand. I begin to take my time to understand. What is this dear all about? Okay. I don't think he's not saying my dear to someone he loves specifically or anything. I think that is his lifestyle. That is his way of appreciating or having a conversation with people. And I begin to put that into understanding. If I've told you what have caused problem in my marriage, it's as little as pin. Until we begin to put into consideration, we begin to put ourselves into consideration, begin to trust, no, my death doesn't mean anything, and just life just moved on. And that is how you begin to understand each other, begin to trust yourself and everything. Don't just go into phones, into your husband's phones, and begin to checkmate who is chatting, who is not chatting. Because at the end, you may find something that will lead to the destruction of your marriage, and that thing may means nothing. One, except you meet a man or a woman that is strictly from a Christian background, has given his or her life to Christ, committed to God, well dedicated child of God. Otherwise, you might meet a man that was already in relationship, even promised the other person's marriage. You will meet a young lady already in relationship, even promised the other guy's marriage. But something leads to something else, and the relationship could not work out between both of them. Then what now happened? Maybe it could be at that moment they have that misunderstanding. That is where both of you, the you recent one, got to know each other. And because the other relationship, they were not able to reconcile on time, then before you know, they go into a fresh relationship that leads to this marriage. Not because what led to their separation was that serious that the relationship could break. But it's possible God did not permit it does not work out that way as they planned. And both of you find yourself married today. And if these two people that were already matured, they have friends they were communicating with before, they were being into one or two relationships before, what you need to do is to let this person know, this person was my ex, and this is how we started the relationship, that this is how the relationship ended. You can even talk to the person in his or her presence that there is nothing. And if you have a spouse that is someone that cannot cope with, maybe out of jealousy, because there are some people that cannot really control their spirit of jealousy, so you can't blame them. Your ability to control your jealous spirit is different from mine. So if you cannot control, if you notice your husband, your wife is the type that cannot condone your friendship or your conversation or your greetings with your ex, please keep it off. Don't because, oh, why must you stop me from communicating or talking with somebody you feel I don't even have anything to do with anymore. Your spouse should be your priority. Your spouse should be your priority. So don't just feel I have nothing to do with the person, with my ex. And so for that reason, if we have business to do together, if we have this to do together, because of you, I should not discuss with him, I should not discuss with her. Anything that will bring an asunder to what God has joined together excommunicates that thing. So if you keep your ex or you take your ex as a priority in your marriage, you've started bringing an asunder into your marriage. And what will lead to that? End, disaster, destruction, and problem. Good. So trust is very important. Trust your spouse. Once you get into the marriage, begin to trust even while you are in courtship. Learn to trust even while you are in courtship. And once you settle the marriage, begin to trust. Don't just feel because she wear trouser, she can sleep around, she can meet someone else, she can do this, can do that. Because the man goes out and communicate with friends, hang out and go to party or whatever. Don't just conclude, yes, because he goes out, because he have friends, because he's discussing on phone and all that. He must have been keeping relationship, girlfriend, all that. Trust first. Because once you trust, let me tell you what trust does in my relationship. When you trust someone and you let the person know, I trust you, you are being trusted. Such person that have conscience, that deep conscience, that have conscience, will hardly want to betray your trust. Because trust is the most difficult thing that you can't come by, can't take back if it's been broken or be taken back. So when you trust your spouse, you let your spouse know, I trust you. Because the person knows you will trust him or her, they would always want to do something within their conscience. At least, oh, my husband trusts me. How will he feel if I betray this trust? No, I don't think. Oh, my wife so much trusts me. How will she feel if I betray the trust? Trust is very important in relationship. Trust is very important in marriage because without trust, a lot will happen. You don't trust your husband with money. You don't trust your wife with money. You don't trust with your resources. You don't trust with your word. You nothing at all. It's not just the trust of infidelity or trust of sleeping with women here and there or sleeping with men, but you have to trust the person with your resources. One, that is even the reason why you should have to cut, while you are cutting someone, you pray. And while you are in courtship, you should study. Don't just jump into the marriage. At least 6 months to a year is good enough for two people to study themselves. While you are studying the person, you should be able to know if this person is the lavishing type or is somebody that can manage resources, both man and woman. So if a hard working young lady and a guy walk up to you, be very, very sensitive. Because one, you are not a dependent. You are not a liability. So if a man is asking your hand in marriage, don't just feel because you are due for marriage and jump into the marriage and begin to spend your money left and right because you find somebody you want to marry, or because you see that the person is fair, or because you see that the person is huge, or for whatever reason. Maybe you find the person and this man is your spec. You listen to no spirit anymore. You don't listen to yourself anymore. All you are listening to, you've started dreaming wearing the wedding gown. You started dreaming using pine wine or drink to be searching for the man in your traditional marriage. You don't think of something else, but such will lead you to disaster. You have to study, you have to test the person. Let me just tell you another little thing, because time will come. I and my husband will come to, even to you guys, and tell you how we started. Let me just tell you, do you know that when my husband asked my hand in marriage, he thought I was a secretary working in somebody's store, in a human rights office. He never knew I have a business I was running, right? And that is how you will know somebody that has a genuine intent towards you. Throughout our our introduction down to traditional marriage and everything, I can bet you if I spent my 100,000 for myself or for any of my marriage, then maybe either by mistake I go to market and I was buying and I decided to buy extra. Every other thing was sponsored by himself. So if a man, I'd never said you should do such, because what worked for me might not work for you, right? If you have the resources, you find someone you want to marry, and both of you can plan and you can support left and right. Good for you. If it worked for you, fine. But that is my own, that is how I entered my own relationship. That is how I settled in my own marriage. So if I have 1 naira, I have 2 naira, I have billion, and I decided to spend it in my marriage today, or I don't spend, it is my choice. But at least I knew how I started my own foundation. So some of you ladies, have your sense. Get sense. Try to have sense. Let your mind, your brain, your wisdom, your sensitivity, let it work. Work with your spirit, because every human being have a spirit. You don't listen to your spirit. You don't listen to yourself. You are only carried away with emotion. You have seen the guy, you have already, your mind have snapped how you and this guy going to look on your traditional marriage. Your guy, your eyes, your mind have already taken, and your friend will say, oh, you married, and you'll be flinging your wedding ring without you thinking, is this person okay, the right person? Can this person tolerate me? You do know, it's not everybody that could have married me, because I've been in a relationship before, and the relationship will not work for one reason or the other, right? I have never changed for one day. I have not for one day changed in my way of talking, in my way of expression, in my way of whatever. I have not. When my husband met me, the same way you see me, I've never pretend. I have never for once. He knows I've never pretend. And the one of the reason why he married me is that I never pretend to him for one day. If you do something I don't like it. And I will repeat, I don't like it. If he do the same thing one more than one, I will never pretend, oh, because you want to marry, because you have engaged me, because you've whatever. For that reason, I'll pretend so that the marriage will work. No. What is not good is not good. And I'll tell him it's not good, and I'm not ready to take it. So if whatever happened and I say today I am not going to take it, he will not feel as if because I'm in marriage, I'm saying I'm not going to take it. Or if I'm taking it because I'm in marriage, I'm taking it. Whatever I'm taking now, I was taking it when we're in a 6 month courtship. Whatever I did not take, I have never taken it when we're in 6 months or more courtship. Whatever I say no to, I have always said no to it. Even not in a quiet whatever. So trust. I knew I was going to be married to a man that does not live in Nigeria. That is a Holland citizen. He based in Europe. Okay, did I made up my mind that if this man is not with me, I'm ready to stay alone. I'm ready to respect him. I'm ready to be faithful in the marriage. I have made up my mind because that was how I met him. Some of us, we want to be married to somebody that doesn't live in Nigeria. But you know you cannot take your eyes off from your ex. No ex on the planet, living or dead, how will ever say, since this person settled down, I and you have sat anywhere to discuss anything. No way. I talk to people with authority, with audacity, with experience, and with what I can tap my chest on. Because when some of you feel, oh, she played outside, she joked, she lived, she that's how lives. I don't tell you what I'm not doing. So trust. And because I trusted him and I know he's not staying with me, if he stays with me, time will come that he's going to stay moved and do one or two things without my presence there. So I made up my mind. So it's not today that I know that, yes, the person I'm married to is going to stay in Europe, or he was living in Europe before we met. And I have at the back of the mind that he will still live in Europe even after we marry, except he decided to come and stay back home, which is not yet time. I trusted him and he trusted me, right? So trust is very important in marriage. Trust with your resources, trust with all your mind. Don't poke nose too much. Don't research. Don't be an FBI in your relationship. I'm talking to both men and women. Because some of you men, you can't trust your wife for kobo. You did not choose to go and marry somebody that you trusted. You choose to marry somebody you cannot trust. Then before you know, you start having hypertension. Why not trust her first? I know my husband's ATM number, right? And I have never for once withdraw money on his behalf for one day. He knows mine. We have never. He knows my transfer. I know his transferred. I know his password on his phone. He knows mine. He can open my password. I can open his password. That is trust. Trust in the sense that I don't have any reason to distrust you until you betray the trust. If you betray the trust, then I'll withdraw the trust. But first, you have to trust. So many marriages have crashed today for so many lack of trust. And once you begin to distrust the person, let me tell you one thing. You give the person a sense ahead of his or her action. Let me explain a little. For instance, maybe I want to cheat, and probably I tell my husband I have 10,000 naira on my what is it called, 100,000 naira as my account balance. Then I have lied, and then I did not put a password on my phone, but he trusted me. Because he trusts me, he believes me. Then one day I will make a transfer, and maybe I make a transfer of 50,000, expecting to have 50,000 naira balance on my phone. Then I quickly remember alert will come in. Then the alert flash. Maybe he was with the phone trying to do something or trying to make use of my phone to make probably he ran out of credit or not that. Then the alert, the message just flashing, and you see 50,000 naira debit, and maybe I still take him there again, and you see the balance of 50,000, balance of 250,000, maybe 250,000. You will see the balance of 250,000. You did not poke nose by saying, my wife told me She have balance of 100,000. Okay, but I saw a debit of 50,000 and she still having 250,000 naira as a balance. I don't understand. I think they must, because you trusted her. Okay, maybe well, maybe she have any other source, maybe other money came coming to her account uh, from other source or something like that. But you did not, instead of stopping there so that at the quiet time you can ask question, you did not stop there. What you do with it? Uh-huh. Hello, baby, sit down. Hmm. Open. This is your phone. Go to your debit alert. You did not. You have not calmed down. Probably she's going to tell you how the money comes into the account. Oh, I have 100,000 last month or last 2 months when I told you I have money. But okay, something happened or one business came in and this is money. I'm having 200 something. Say, go to your message. My message. What is wrong with my? You go to your message. Then she will go to the message and see a balance. How much is your balance? My balance is 200 and something thousand. Are you not a criminal? You start from there. You're a criminal. Because you told me you have 100,000 naira in your account, but I just see 250,000. Have you given her room to explain to you how the 150,000 naira additional or 250,000 naira in addition comes to the account? If she has not explained, probably you people have not, you don't give details to details every day statement of account or explanation of how money is coming in, because both of you are business people or you are not a salary earner and all that. You are not patient enough to ask. You begin to attack, you begin to crucify, and all manners at the end of the day. That may result because you don't give her the room. You have distrusted her and all that, and that have prompted another eyebrow problem. Do you know what she will do next? You have let her understand that she need to lock her phone. Because if she had not locked her phone, you wouldn't have any reason to know the balance that goes into her phone. You have given her another hint. Do you know what you should be doing? Once you have a transaction, delete the message immediately. What did you just do? Because of your approach, you attack. But if you had asked her, maybe you keep quiet to know if she's really lying to you. Maybe after some days or a week or 2 weeks, not even the moment you got the alert. Baby, there's something I wanted to do. I don't know. Out of that your 100,000, can you borrow me 50,000? You can now watch. If she will still tell you, no, I have finished it, I have exhausted it, or there's no money there, and all that. If you have gone through the other way, not when your mind is boiling, that spirit is telling you she's lying to you, he's lying to you. He have more than that, he have more than that. You don't know when the money comes to you. You don't know who owns the money. You don't know even the money belongs to her, or maybe a friend sent the money to her. Anything could happen. I've transacted the business with my friend who the sister patronized me, bought some dolls from me worth millions of naira before I left Nigeria. And the payment was made through my friend's account. So if her husband happened to, when the alert got in or when she have the alert, probably she have 10 million in her account and more than 10 million entered the account, and the man got to know the balance and all that. Whereas that money did not belong to her. The money belongs to me. But the sister trusted her by making the payment to me via her. And do you know such can cause problem in some people's marriage? That the husband will believe she have the money, and what she declared to her husband that she have, what the husband got to know as an alert is bigger than what she have in the account. And that could prompt another serious problem that may lead because there was no trust. But if you have keep quiet, maybe later ask. Maybe she would have explained, no, the money did not belong to me. My sister bought something and she wanted me to make the payment in Nigeria or to the person, or probably I was the one that priced it in. So they have to pass through my account to pay. that would have said to the man, "Babe, because you don't trust anymore and you have to hit the nail at the top immediately that is boiling you, hurting you, you don't think of how to coordinate yourself, how to make the approach and all that. You went straight and make the trouble. The next thing you have asked her to do, you have tried to let her do is, one, to avoid problem. Whenever you have a transaction, delete the message. Whenever you have transaction in your account, the money might not be coming to her anyway, but to avoid you that is not trusting her again, then she begin to put password on her phone. So learn to trust your spouse to avoid some issues will be coming there. We are going somewhere. We're not going to talk much today because it's deep. The topic is deep. Just like I said, part two, we're just on principles. And the principles were just on trust. So we just stop at trust, respect, and uh, affection and empathy. So trust is very, very important. When you trust your spouse and you notice a foul play around your spouse, don't just hit with the confrontation. Take your time to investigate what is going on. The trust can still be there, but you don't know what is trying to distract him from the relationship. So don't distrust easily because what is biting him might not be what you think is biting him. So you calm down to investigate what is pinching him, what is giving him that distraction in your relationship before distrust, before attack. Then you go a long way. Trust is coming in another way, okay? Respect. Respect is very essential, it's very important, it's very unique. Respect play major role in every marriages. Respect. When you respect someone, the person feel as if he or she is on top of the world. When a husband respects his wife, you are not a coward. Neither are you in any spur, under any spur. When you respect your wife, you also attract respect. When you respect your spouse, it makes the environment and every other person around you respect you because they don't know the mystery, the reason why you are respecting that your spouse. And that is a secret. Why is it? Oh, I love the way this lady respect the husband. If you see the way the lady respect her husband, ha, your husband is almost like a semi-god. Oh God. The husband respect the wife. If you have any discussion with him, who's okay, no problem, I've heard you. Let me discuss with my wife. Not because the wife is controlling him, not because the wife have the final say. They respect to seek her opinion. Now, her opinion might not count. Her advice might not count, right? But the purpose, neither the reason, even for the fact that the husband give her the respect while she was there or she was not there, telling the other person, whoever that have come for either help, either support, event, or anything, name them. And okay, I've had, let me discuss with my wife. It sounds so respectful. It sounds so peaceful. It sounds so sweet. And it sounds mysterious because you don't know the mystery in between two of them. What makes that man to say, let me discuss with my wife? Okay, I'll let my wife know. I'll get back to you. It goes beyond what some of you think. You'll be wondering, is the wife behind his success? Oh, why did he respect his wife so much? Well, this man loves his wife so much, he respects the wife. I think he loves his wife. When you portray such behavior in the public, even when the love is not as deep as people think, it makes people to be scared of the relationship. And it scared intruders because they don't know the mysteries and the love that bond, what bonds both of you. But some of you men, You feel you want to act like the man. That thing that make you to be that man you are, for people to respect you and everything, is for you to disrespect your wife. No. Each time you disrespect your wife, you disrespect yourself. It makes you feel that you have no respect. You are not you are not even you are not properly trained. Because when a mother would compare a son, you have to respect woman. The mother is training that son that I'm to be respected because I'm a woman and I gave birth to you. So you have every reason to respect your spouse. But some African men, they don't respect their wife. And they feel it's the best way. They feel they have taken the crown. They have worn them the crown of horror. The man, the lion. You become the lion of the tribe of Judah in your house. You make every other person scared. You don't make peace in your home. You don't leave house and and your family miss you. You leave the house, they wish you to go because you are not peaceful. There is no love. There is no affection. There is no feeling. There is no respect. Respect your wife because the respect you give to her make way for you. The respect you give to her make people respect you the more. Ask people, go and check. People that respect their spouse, they earn more respect outside. People value them. People applaud them. People respect them. People see them as the most diligent, most respectful, most loved, most intelligent, and more names. So don't see your spouse, don't see your wife as somebody that you feel you can treat anyhow, disrespect in the presence of your family, your friends, your relatives, your business partners, your staffs, and all that. You gain no respect because nobody, don't mind that man. If you look at the way, if you see the way the man talk to his wife, you really know that he's a beast. Is that not your insult? Is that the insult of the wife? If a man can be this saucy to his wife, he's not a responsible man. Is that the insult of the wife? No. Then we ladies, mostly some of us that have started working, any money, one kobo, two kobo, doing one business or the other. What can keep you long in your marriage is respect. Every man on earth, every man from little to the highest heights needs your respect. Let nobody deceive you. Don't be deceived by anybody. Let not your education deceive you. Your qualification, your PhD, your master's without respect is zero. You are as bad as stark literate. What is your experience? You went to school, you were educated. Were you taught disrespect? Is there any topic called disrespect in your school that yes, you study disrespect and you should disrespect your spouse? Pride, pride. Once you know you have earned little money, you can buy yourself a car, or you can afford to buy yourself a car, you can feed yourself, or you were living in self-contained or a flat or a duplex before you are settled in marriage. That material things get into your brain, or probably you are from a background where your family, your father and your mother they are doing little well or well, however you define it, because in any position, any condition, the level you find yourself today, somebody is far, far, far bigger than you. 1 million people are far better than you, and millions people are far lower than you. So there is no condition, no position you are on this earth that you can't find millions that are more than you. So calm down. Be calming down. Why would you talk to me like that? I'm not one of these illiterates that your village. A husband cannot scold you anymore because you feel you are a degree holder. Your husband cannot scold you anymore. He cannot question your authority. He can't question your movement because you feel you have a master. Master your foot. At the end of the day, let your certificate impregnated you. Let your certificate stay with you. Let your certificate marry you. Because you can't be married to your certificate and be married to a man. You must choose one. Pride. Pride have killed a lot of ladies. Pride have killed a lot of us in marriage. For what? Why would your husband be talking to you? I was in your house that day. He was even telling you the children staying this thing. Are you his house help? Can't he afford the house help to be cleaning the house? Listen to me, Madam House help. This person, that girl that you are talking, calling house help, is somebody's wife. Oh. Somebody's future wife, good wife, correct wife for that matter. So if there's nothing you can do in your house, you want to cook, your house help must cook. You want to wash your this is your house help. You want you wash your clothes, your house help. Cleaning of palace, your house help. Bathing the children, your house help. Going to market, your house help. Correct herself. Why is she a correct herself? Because she's already trained them. She's already a domesticated human being. She can do a lot and lot, and she train and still train her unborn children when she started giving birth to the kids. And that is why herself children today are better than some of us, because we don't do nothing. Our parents have us 6, 7, 8. Some have to the extent they have up to 12. They have no single house help, but they take care of 11 children. They will be giving birth, some will be growing and all that. Pride. How can a PhD holder mob her house? For what? As in what? You fix nail from the beginning of year to the end. How can PhD holder help the husband to dry his or her undies from washing machine or with your hand? For what? Am I your slave? Do you think I'm one of these illiterates? They might be illiterate when it comes to education, but they are not illiterate when it comes to marriage. They might be illiterate when it comes to education, but they are not illiterate when it comes to domestication. I know some of you who feel this person is talking from the local aspect. Marriage is not a do or die affair. Let me tell you something, and I know it's not going to shock you. You know there are some people, there are some men that they don't even want marriage at all. You call marriage is like it's a headache. They've not tested marriage and they never wish to be in marriage. So what would you preach to such person? What will you tell such person? What is an advantage? What will be an advantage that you will tell the person? This is the advantage of being married. The person will not listen to you because marriage is not in his agenda. Yes, he's willing to have children with different women, but he's not ready to stay with anybody called a wife. So such person, do you need to preach to that person? Yeah, you should do this, you should do that to keep your marriage. The answer is no. And you know there are some ladies. that since they turn 18, 20 something, they've crossed their mind that they will never marry. Marry, marry what? What is marriage? They will ask you what is marriage. That is slavery. There are people that see marriages as slavery. So if you are the type that is willing to marry, and your dream, you started dreaming of how to be married, how your marriage is, how colorful your marriage will be. You have been preparing how to keep your home, how envious your marriage should be, and you come across such person, you are in a soup. So if you come across a lady that marriage is not in her agenda, she don't want to be married, she might not even tell you. People take decision right from when they are teenagers. I could remember some certain things that I've said. I said then, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to be, and this is what, all those things are things I see myself doing. Understand me? So there is power in tongue and there's power in your decision, inner decision. So people that have no agenda of marriage, if they talk in the public and preach to you how single life is so sweet, you'll be carried away. And on your own, you pick your bag because of one little misunderstanding, you pick your bag and walk out of your marriage. Your destiny is not there. My sister, you made a wrong step. Right? So if you follow up, it's somebody that's his or her destiny, her decision, her dream or his dream is not to settle the marriage. And the person go to social media and he have, once you don't want to marry, you begin to study single study. You study singleship, everything that have to do with single life to your old age. You study it. Same way, as a married person, once in a while, everything must not be on social media. There are some Christian marriage book that you can also engage yourself, you watch, you read, you study rather, sorry. There are some Christian marriage counseling guidelines, um, audio that you can play in your car, play in your house, that can build your mind. So be careful of what you watch on social media. Be careful. When I say be careful, just be too careful what you listen to on social media. Right? So respect is very, very important. Respect, drop your ego, drop your pride, drop your certificate, that your master's, your PhD, that you just want to move here and there and be speaking 130 slangs. You speak English. English is not your father's language. And you speak English, you're not able to speak English and keep your home. Shame on you. You're a PhD holder, you have no common sense. There's no sense in you. You're a master degree holder, you have no sense in you. Because you don't just go to school and study. Study business admin, statistics, law, nursing, pharmacy, name them. You study also, you study human being. You study also to like brush up yourself, your brain, your mentality, your mindset, what makes you responsible before God and human being. So let no one deceive you. The word is crashing. The word is crashing, and if you're not careful, my dear, watch the train you are entering. It's very, very important. Okay? So learn to respect. Drop your ego, drop your pride, drop your certificate, and respect that man in your house. Whether, I don't know if you keep the man in your house or you keep him in his house, respect him. Because if you are too big to keep a man in your house and you are to live with a man, respect him. It's called man. It's called man. There's a difference between man and woman, either little or big. Respect him. If he does not deserve your respect, then don't go into the relationship with him. Who you are going into a relationship with should be big enough, should have so many reasons why he should be respected by you. You value yourself so much, you value your certificate so much, you weigh yourself so much after you must have carved yourself with machine and carved yourself with everything. You look at yourself at the mirror and say, me, Adani, me. You call yourself me. Me is a pride. Me, hitting yourself chest, me, and look at yourself, you say me. It's a pride, rubbish pride. Drop your pride and be humble according to the word of God. Respect your husband with all dignity. Let people see the respect you give to your spouse, your husband, and respect him more and respect you. And be afraid and let them be confused of a mystery that make you to respect the man so much. Just imagine the kind of respect you get with our education, with our beauty, with our connection, with our height, with everything. Man, come and watch the way she respects her husband. You will bow. And people begin to look up to you as their role model. They should not look at you. No. Don't go close to that woman. Go there. The only thing the man will say once, you will say 100. Your siblings will visit your house holiday. What they take away out of your house is how you were insulting your husband in their presence. Your cousins will come to your house on holiday. They gist. The only thing they take out of your house to go and share with the family is how you run down the man. Very useless man. Just toasting the house. Do not this anything on skate. That is what is going after. Whom are you running? Yourself. You are the mumushus. Because who you are talking to, you don't even know whether the husband is sleeping with the sister. You don't know if the husband is sleeping with the mother. Because it has happened, we have treated the case like that, even uncountable. We did not bring it to social media. So many. Mother and daughter. And she's still in the marriage. Right? I never asked you to stay there. If it's happened to you, if you wish to go, you go. Because it's only an irresponsible person that will be sleeping with a mother and daughter. But I'm telling you, it's a matter we have treated. Uncountable, you have watched men sleeping with their daughter. Their own biological daughter. So be careful what you bring to the social media. Respect your spouse. Respect bring bond. Respect bring love. Respect bring affection. Respect bring caring. You don't expect a man to love you when you have no respect. You don't expect a man to care for you when you don't respect him. When you respect a man, you drag his feelings towards you. When you respect a man, you drag his trust towards you. When you respect a man, you call his affection towards yourself. Because what you have, you give. And when you give, he attracts return. But we are too full of ourselves, full of pride. Match the whole house. You are the woman of the house and you are the one parading. You hit ground, you match, you jam dog, brogodo, bragada. The man was, because he said one word, the whole house want to collapse because you are a graduate. Madam graduate, well done. I've seen so many. Ask some people that come to social media. Must you announce? If the marriage did not work, don't announce. Go to court and divorce. Don't come to social media and announce if it's working or not working. When you started, you did not invite anybody. I have never been invited. I was not part of the marriage. Don't come to social media and come and announce your marriage. It's not working again. It doesn't work. Facebook, the founder of Facebook have never been part of your marriage. YouTube founder have never been part of your marriage. The Instagram, which owner of social media handles were ever part of your marriage. So why would you bring it to social media? If it does not work, go to your family where you were giving out or you ask for for a hand in marriage. Go there, dissolve it. Don't bring it again. Somebody will come to social media, marry, and sure, marry somebody that has sense. So it's not that you know who you are married to doesn't have sense. After how many years? 80 years. You are the senseless person. Don't talk about your spouse. If it doesn't work, bye-bye. Share the grace and go. You come to social media, you let people, young men will be scared of getting married because of what some men will come to social media and talk about their wife. Young ladies will be scared of getting married because of what some of you ladies will come and narrate about man. Then you stay there 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You wasted the woman precious years for how many years? Then you come to social media and say, you come and be talking crazy like, how it doesn't work out? It doesn't, how it doesn't work out. Be speaking out. Be speaking out. So it's after 13, 15, 18 years, you want to come and speak out. Don't speak. Keep it. Quietly separate, go. Everybody share grace, move. Don't come to social media. The matter of what you are displaying on social media, hearing and there, you are distracting people. Let's be bringing something positive to social media. Make use of your page on a better way. Because some of you blog, you will not blog any better thing. No. I know what we're discussing here. You can't share it. But if you have heard, oh, president, chairman do this, oh, chairman, president do this, oh, DNA test, somebody, a man caught with his daughter on the bed, you will take it, you will title it, you bring both pictures that you did not see on this planet Earth, you match them together, match left and right, turn them upside down, you begin to post it because you want to make dirty money, dirty. Want to make dirty money out of stupid, dirty, and stinking news. Marriage is not working. There are certain things that you feel it doesn't work for you. Before you take decision to work out, tell us the reason. Because some of you will come out very fresh, very correct, and not that all we want to come and hear is he has filed divorce. I caught my husband with my house help. He has filed divorce. I caught my wife with my houseboy. People have been cutting their wife and their husband with their house help, but we know dey hear am. If na no dey again, really? I've moved on with my life. Oh, really? Oh, sorry about that. Or congratulations. Africa in the Western world, relationship is not working again. Nobody knows. How many white people come on social media and be displaying, hey, this and that, this is the reason. No, it doesn't work. You can stay with somebody, you don't have feelings with the person anymore. Just like that. Not that there is any domestic attack or beating or anything. You just feel, I don't have feelings for you anymore. Really. Why? And just like that. And they'll just separate. But in Africa, you go to the public, what are you announcing? So that somebody else will come and continue where the man start from, or another person will come and continue from where the lady start from. It doesn't work, and it doesn't work. Quietly sit down, discuss it, move on. Don't go and talk about this lady or this guy on social media. There is a privacy already between both of you. If you can't manage the situation, Go on your separate way. Okay? So respect is very, very important. Then we'll talk about affection, which is expression of caring for someone and ends of love. You have love for someone, have affection, you care for the person, always find a reason to love the person. What breaks us down in our marriages or relationship at times is we always stick our minds on the errors of that man, that woman. We hardly think of the good things the person have done, how we started, the relationship started, how the person was caring for us, playing with us, doing this, taking us out and all that. You hardly think of the good thing the lady have done for you or have done in your life. The positive things you have done in your life, you hardly think of that. But when your affection, you think of what this person have been doing, what the guy have been doing in your life, the positive thing. Don't bring the negative. Station your mind on the positive things and love begin to unroll. But once the person did one bad thing, you stick on it, you bring the stigma, you begin to repeat it again and again, you make trouble left and right, you can't let go, even while the person is finding a way, person have apologized, life need to move on and all that, you stick on that and you begin to remind yourself again. That spirit will come and be reminding you, this is what she did, this is what you did. You hardly let go. If we are judged by the way we offend God, nobody will be alive today. But I thank God, God is not a man. We are not judged by the way we offend God. So we should learn, and because we are created by God and God like, we should learn to forgive, let go, and move ahead when there is error in our relationship. So affection, caring for someone, having the same feelings of that person is very, very important. Then we'll talk about empathy. Put yourself in your partner's shoe, meaning seeing situation from their vantage points. Before you condemn, before you castigate, before you feel what this person have done, he or she have done the worst that you cannot let go. Or you've sat down, you feel this man complained a lot. This lady's complain a lot. Have you really seen what he or she is complaining about from your own point of view, from your own, as in fix yourself in the shoe of that person? Oh, I don't like the way you talk to me. You always nag at me, you always yell at me in the presence of kids, in the presence of this, that, and you don't see anything wrong about that, about her complaint, about his complaint. First of all, fix yourself in his or her shoe. Let the person shout at you in the presence of the younger ones or the little ones and all that. See how painful it is. If you can fix yourself, see the situation from that point, you will learn to feel the feelings of that person, right? Yeah. So that is empathy. Put yourself in the shoe of your partner. Don't always feel what she complains is not important to you. You come back late and your partner complain, it doesn't make any sense to you. You make too much noise, you make too much problem, your partner complain, it doesn't make any sense to you. You don't assist, your partner complain, it doesn't make any sense to you. You don't contribute, your partner complain, it doesn't make any sense to you. No, you always look at, take yourself at the shoe of that person. How do I feel? How would I feel if what this person is complaining against about me is what he or she is doing? How would I feel about the person's action? How would I feel about the person's attitude? When you begin to weigh it from that side, then you will live better relationship, you create better relationship in your marriage. We are going to talk more, but I'm going to stop there today so I can attend to other things. But let me read few comments. All right. How you guys doing? Let me start from NG Best. Please, I need my right address. Okay, NG Best, number 93 Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos, or number 11 Shasha Road, Alimosho, Shasha. And if you are still missing your way, you can call on 08033024550 when the resumed from on the 3rd, or 0903,000 2474. You can call for direction to any of the branch. Thank you. Okay. Do you want to say good afternoon? Okay. Let me go down. Greetings to every one of you. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance to you and your family. Beautiful, gorgeous Presto. That is Omawumi Adeyemi, my baby girl. How are you? I've missed you so much. What is going on? You've not talked to me for a while. I hope I've not offended you. Anyway, I'm happy seeing you here back again. Thank you very much. Favor Ndidi. Okay, Heaven's Light. He said, I've been in a relationship for seven going to 8 years. I trusted him and I was a good woman to him. He promised to marry me all these years, but never made a move. He cheats on me, lies, and abuses me. Okay. Heaven light, let me put little light there. Just like I said, I am not perfect, and I always tell people what work for Mr. A might not work for Mr. B. So you put in your principle, policy, and then strategy. Your principle as a young lady or as a single lady, what did you first plan for yourself when you were growing up? When you turn 18, 20 and above, or 30 at most, when you started thinking of settling down in marriage, what are your principles as a single lady? You said I've been in a relationship. How would you be in a relationship for 7 going to 8 years with a man? What are you doing in that kind of relationship? What do you people discuss every day? Of January, February, March, April to December. What do you discuss about the relationship? Were both of you, how old are you? I should ask because I don't know how old are you. And even if you are 20 and you are in a relationship with a man for 8 years, you are 28 years now. So what do you discuss with this young person for all these 7 to 8 years? Good. Then if you are 30, then you are 38 years now. What do you discuss with this person? First and foremost, you must have principle. I've said that. Have principle as a young lady as you are growing up. What did you attach? What is the value that you attach to your body, to yourself as a young lady? Did you see value? Do you value yourself? Do you feel that, do you think, or you have these feelings that if a man that is not married to you have affair with you or keep having affair with you constantly every day, what did you benefit from that? Is the man gaining you or you are gaining the man? Does it have any negative effects on yourself, your body, yourself, your lifestyle, your spiritual life, or not? If you are cutting a man and it's for whatever reason, he wants to have carnal knowledge of you as in having sex with you, are you gaining it or is gaining it? Must sex come first before marriage? Must it happen? Okay, if it's happened, what is the benefit? If it does not happen, what is the benefit? There are some principles you need to lay down as a single girl, which we'll talk about that, but not today, not now at all. Next year when we resume. Someone walk up to you, oh hi, fine girl, how you doing? How's your day? You look nice, you look pretty. You see the first person, if it's the first person you are hearing pretty from his mouth, no problem. Congratulations, thank God. But if you look at yourself at the mirror, you should know that you are pretty, created by God. No matter how you look, God have never made mistake creating you like that. So you're always a pretty person, a handsome guy, because you were created by God, not by demon. However you look, that is how God created you uniquely. You are uniquely created. The way you are is how God created you on your own. So you are not mine. You are not me. I'm not you. You can never look like me, and I can never look like you. We are created uniquely. So I value myself the way I look, how God created me. I am the most perfect person on earth. And see yourself from that angle. So if this guy come into your life for just friendship, you were just dating, there was no feeling or no discussion of marriage and all that, as days goes by, of course nobody can walk up to you and say, I am marrying you today. Either the guy is ready to marry, and meeting you he feel, oh, I'm actually ready to marry. I'm looking for a lady, a good lady to settle down with. I don't know if you don't mind if we can go into courtship. Meaning the person have also told you that he's not married. So if there is anything at all you want to be discussing with the person, your conversation, your interesting topic and all that, you should be channeling it there gradually. And when the person is not discussing it 1 year, 2 years, what are you doing there? My husband can say it. I told him, your engagement ring cannot last in my hand more than 6 months. After 6 months, I'll drop it. One day, time will come, we'll stay and discuss it. We'll say it open. There's nothing I'm saying that it's not real. I don't pretend. You engage me, yeah, no problem. This engagement ring cannot pass 6 months. If it passes 6 months, I will give it to you. Gold, the raw gold engagement ring. He did my introduction, proper introduction. That introduction he did is perfect for anybody to settle in marriage. We will have our own culture, we'll have our tradition, everything has step by step. And I told him, this is introduction. No matter how you call the whole musician and everybody were complete in that introduction. It is not marriage. Introduction is introduction in my marriage. It doesn't have two interpretation. Introduction is introduction, meaning our family know each other. That is introduction. It's not marriage. After 6 months, your engagement ring will call your hand. If you like, say that I'm desperate, you're on your own. If you feel I am not desperate, I'm discussing that we should not go beyond this level. Yeah, we'll stay there. And you will not have anything to lose, my sister. When you did not fix all your egg, you did not put your head, your soul, your spirit and body inside a man's basket and feed, that is the end of your life. And you've reached your final bus stop, whereas you have not, your boss have not even have not moved from the bus stop. How do you assume you're a final bus stop and the bus you enter have not even moved? How possible? That is what some of you are doing. You are so carried away with affection, with the sweet word of the man. You are so carried away with his promises, heaven and earth. Do you know a man can be spending money on you, but he doesn't see you as a married material? Who gives you money might not be somebody that will settle you, will settle you in marriage. The person that might even settle with you in marriage might not be giving you a dime, but you'll be testing your character, your behavior, your commitment, your way of life, your willingness, your readiness, and so many other things. But we feel until a man spend and lavish money on you, that is when you feel the man loves you. No, there are so many that can actually spend money on you for so many and different reasons, but you are not qualified to be the wife. He will go and choose the wife without giving a dime to the wife and marry the wife and bring to the house. Then you'll be crying. I thought he loves me. He was giving me. There's nothing I asked for him that he's not giving to me. Ah, he has paid you. He don't pay you. You use your husband to do boyfriend because you were so stick to what he was giving to you. You demand and you be demanding. There is nothing demandable that you cannot demand. You can demand anything. It's only life that you cannot demand. You demand. You have not married yet. You will ask man. You don't weigh. Let me tell you, somebody can have money. A man can have money and can afford everything you wanted. Can afford the bow straight hair that will worth 300,000, 200 something thousand naira. He have the money to buy you the kind of iPhone you want. He have the money to buy you the most designers, expensive clothes and shoes, handbags that you want. Do you use your common sense? That thing you are demanding, some of you can't even work and earn 100,000. But if you meet a man, you want to demand for phantom, you want to demand for bow streets, you want to demand for a 360 woman hair, there is no rainy, nothing that is trending that you will not demand for the man. Such man will not see you as a wife material. He will see you as a lavish kind of person. What you're up to is catching fun with you. And after catching fun with you, gives you what you want. He will say to you, and you go and marry a married material. And after marrying the lady, the bow straight you will buy, the turn the finger, but one of my friends call it fish bone. The fish bone you will buy. All the things you are asking for that your eye, oju kokoro, your eye will not let the man see the woman in you. You want to see the scandalicious lady in you. Instead of seeing the marriage material in you, you will not see it. You want to carry the whole hair full everywhere. But not that you are buying it with your money, not that you even hide it. Even at times when you can afford even the hair, you can use the hair. This is my friend that even I collect it from my friend and use it. I just bought me, I cannot spend that kind of money to buy hair for what now? For what? Enter first. Be wise. Be wise. When you cannot, your income is not 100,000 and you are demanding 150,000 phone from the man, 200,000 naira phone from the man, hair costs how much? And you think such man will come and use money that he will use to mold block and build his house to come and drop on your head? Hey, you take some hair and come and drop on your head. He will not see you as a married material. So my sister, so I've been in a relationship going, oh yes, you trusted him and was a good woman to him. How are you a good woman to him? I hope you are not just spending your money to him for him. Rather, how did you say you're a good woman to him? Some of you will take all your resources. You will lavish on a man that have not even say, would you marry me? Every income you take, you go to the market and go and be buying shoe. You are the one that is combining color, red to red, blue to blue. You go to market, you buy a blue canvas, you buy blue shirt, you buy yellow canvas, you buy yellow shirt. You become the mother of the guy. Keep combining. Combine, brush him up for somebody else to chook eye. And once the person have seen, become the speck of her, the person you are spending money, do you know some men who even think the money you are spending, you might be spending your hard-earned resources, you don't have a spare, you don't have anything that you have kept, reserve. But he may think you are the same way you are spending on him, that same way you have been spending on other men before you came to meet him. So if you are this nice spending on him, who knows how many men you are spending? Even when you have told you have an ex that you left the person, he will assume that is how you spend on that ex. So if you spend on the ex and they left you, nothing happens. So is it him that will become a crime? Spending on a man cannot keep a man. Taking it for a man does not keep a man. What keeps a man is your character, your respect, your humility, your planning of making the man to know that you have a future, your dream that you are discussing with him that you are not a liability, you are not a dependent, you are not a woman that they can entrust. You should be trusted enough that they can trust resources in your hand, not somebody that they gave 1 million. The 1 million you will turn to 100,000 naira. You should be trusted with 100,000 and you multiply it to 1 million. Discuss important things. Discuss better future. Don't discuss when I'm going to have my baby. I'm going to have my kids in UK. You know, you'll be discussing tomorrow when you have not even gotten there. You don't discuss how money will come. You only discuss how you spend the money. Are you wise? You are not wise. The man will see you as a squandered person. He promised to marry me all these years, but never made a move. You are the foolish person there. How can a man promise to marry you for 8 years? What are you doing in a relationship for 8 years? I ask you, what do you discuss with the person? Today is Monday. Monday to Sunday. What do you discuss? You meet him Monday to Sunday. So what are you discussing? Then January to December, 1 year. Another January to December, another 2 years. 8 years. He never make a move. What kind of promise? Was he schooling? If he was schooling in primary school or in secondary school or in the university, how many years does it take him to graduate from the university? And after he graduated, 4 years. He used 4 years as an applicant, or 5 years, 3 years, you're still looking for a job, right? So be wise, my dear heavenly light. If he cheats on you, he has seen a better person than yourself. And if I ask you, neither private or chat with you privately, I know there are so many things, lapses you opened that made the man to slip your hand. Then too, he said he abused me. Somebody that have started abusing you in a relationship can abuse you the more in marriage because he did not value you. He have no value for you when you have not settled with him. He will not value you when you still settled with him and live with him in the house. And the responsibility, both of you are not made together. So it's not every disappointment that you feel the person have disappointed. He have taken he has broken your liver, your kidney, and soul, and your heart. Some relationship are not made to be as in husband and wife. So you will check it, how he has been behaving. It could be that he has never been serious, but you refuse to see the sign. A serious person come into your life, you don't need to be told. I say 6 months, a year at most is enough for anybody to be in courtship and settle in marriage. Because what do you want to study about me? You will study, I will not change, or I will change. What you have seen is what you have seen. If it's something that you can cope, you cope. If it's something that you cannot cope, you will still not cope. So that is it. Thank you. I just hope I said something. Just give me a moment. Let me remove this thing. I hope, but if you have any other discussion, you can chat me on 08033024550 on the WhatsApp only for now. Please, ma'am, can you send me your number? I'm in the USA and follow you all the time. Okay, Heaven Lights is 08033024550. You can chat me on WhatsApp so that we can talk better, okay? God bless you. Thank you, Susan. You too. Thanks for this. Thank you. Hans Family Life. Thank you, Hans. Netherlands, we to compliment. Oh, really? Okay. Thank you, Hans. Hans Family. Madam President, are you okay? Hans, I'm fine. Sarah, thank you. God bless you too. Dr. Dan, thank you. Okay, my John, thank you. Comfort Okpa Jogu. Good afternoon from America. Good afternoon from here as well. Ngozi Okoro, thank you. Okay. Heavenly Light again said, I just finished my practical notes. When he saw I was going to leave, he called the cops and lied that I hit him. He has brought me down to the lowest I never did anything wrong to him. Okay, Heavenly Light, please chat me up after this program. Thank you. I said because he always begged me and told me he would change. I'm not used dating two men at the time. We bought our drinks 2 years ago, but we haven't planned anything. I'm learning to love myself again. I'm learning a lot from you because it took away my self-esteem. Oh my God. I'm learning to love myself. I live with him now. I'm finding a place to move. I work through jobs, man. I don't depend on him for nothing. I guess I was just afraid to leave. Not that I need him. I just need help to live. I make my own money. Uh, Evan Light, chat me. I will chat. I'll send you my number. You chat me much later, okay? One thing, the worst thing a man or a woman can do to you in this life is to make you a shadow of your life. You lost your self-esteem, self-value, and all that. Is wrong, is bad, and if you give yourself out to that, then it's just too bad. It makes his own money. President, do you know that most girl or women are the ones forcing men to marry them and even provide the men the marriage money? Lizzie, you are very right. We'll discuss about that much later. Some use pregnancies to tie down a man and even went as far using other means to make the man to marry them. Yeah, it's possible. Ngozi Okoro, my sister, that man is not your husband because the man that promised you for marriage and is not respecting you, please think twice on how can we cope when you marry. Okay? Thanks, Ngozi Okoro. Please post it. No problem. We'll talk about that and I'll repost it, okay? Can someone please post a number? All right, thank you very much. We're going to stop here for today and we'll discuss more. We'll discuss policy tomorrow, then we'll not discuss our strategy. The strategy, and I've told you my strategy might be different from yours, but we're going to discuss different strategy, that you're going to put in your marriage and also pray. The most importantly is prayer. prayer. Marriage is something that is established by God, and he thought, well, let me not go into that, because if I go into that, I may spend a lot of time. We'll take it gradually. All right, thank you, viewers. I appreciate every one of you that are here. Please do share and let it get to the ears of our brethren, so that so many of us can learn from these, from our mistakes. You might know more than what I have said now, but some other person must not even have an idea of what I'm saying, that it will also affect them, their life positively, their marriage positively. In life, there is nobody that is an island of knowledge or wisdom or whatever. Whatever you say, whatever you talk, as far as you are not saying it from the carnal aspect, God always speaks through human being. And once God speaks through people, there is a word. That word is for someone. And I believe what I say today is for somebody, and I believe the same person that this word is meant for him or her can see chat and say, it. Yes, I listen, I watch this video, and this is what it brings to my marriage, to my relationship positively, because I don't believe my word will affect anybody negatively, because I'm a child of God. I believe in positivity, and I talk positive things, and I believe God can do it more than this as we expect. Thank you. All right. Heaven Lights, chat me on 0803302450 on WhatsApp, so that I can talk with you now that I'm on holiday. Thank you very much. Remain blessed. Talk to you tomorrow. Enjoy your day. Do you think I should come back to Nigeria? You guys, do you think I should go back to Nigeria? I'm going to ask you this specifically. Majority will carry the vote. When you say go back to Nigeria, we need you. Then you are going to tell me, you are going to promise me something. And if you don't do that, then I'll come back and stay. But for now, I'm contemplating either to stay back. Going back to Nigeria, I don't think. I don't think. All right. I'm in Holland. Comfort, thank you. Lizzie, I'm in Holland. What is it? You want? I don't want to come to Nigeria. You ask me, do you want to remote me or what now? Why are you asking me where I am? Eh? Don't like this kind of question. No. Okay, come. Heaven Light. Let me write my number. All these people that is good. I will love 22 years comfort. We need to meet. Don't worry. Where are you? Comfort, where are you chatting from? Where are you speaking? Are you in Nigeria? Which part of Nigeria? Some of you that have been in marriage for this long, 25 years, 30 years, and all that, would want to have an interview with some of you if it's granted. So, Comfort, where are you? We're in a tomb. I'm feeling cold. Hold on, let me go and drink something. Oh, yeah. All right. Take care.